Oh, Jesus, that's loud.
It's not a scam. A little technical difficulties.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ultra Hills Podcast back live, as our friend
Drew McIntyre,
Drew Galloway at the time.
Drew Galloway at the time said, we're reporting live from the beautiful, luxurious studios of Bravery. Alongside me is
Darth Messiah. I'm taking it back. I don't get hard. I stay hard. Yeah.
And I am X-Man Damn. It's not a sham. It's not a scam. It's the real X-Man Damn on Instagram. Follow me, fam.
Yeah.
Mr. Off the Ladder with a weak bladder. Mr. Off the Turnbuckle with a bright knuckle.
What?
Mr. $5 Phillip.
Keep
Meal
going.
for two, but it's really for one. I'm smacked pow watching SmackDown. Can I use your WWE information?
Of course.
Mr. Razor Cabron. Mr. Pipe Wrench, leave your wife drenched.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Show Me the Facts Man Damn. And how are you guys doing today? Also, we want to shout out Lord Zed, the super producer. What's going on, Lord Zed?
Greetings, sir.
So this week, we had the start of the King of the Ring tournament. We have new tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn losing streak continues and also has a new managerial role.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Buddy Murphy has one of the biggest wins of his career.
Well, his first win on the main roster.
Okay. The Fiend attacks yet another legend.
The Fiend.
We have two top WWE superstars engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And NXT gets announced that they're moving the show from the WWE Network to the USA Network starting Wednesday, September 18, also adding an additional hour to the brand.
So now, shall we take our moment of silence?
Yes. Rest in peace, NXT.
Yeah, it's over NXT.
That's
It's
if,
over.
That's if they don't, have fucking
It's over.
Vince McMahon.
It's not developmental anymore. It's over. It's not going to be an NXT anymore.
My question is, if they're moving that to their own entity, his own product, what are they going to do with the Performance Center? What are they going to do with...
I'm sure all that will still exist. It's the people that are quote unquote being developed. They'll be used even more on house shows.
And let me ask you this.
They're just not going to make televised matches anymore.
Are they going to continue to put the show over there at Full Sail University?
They're from what I heard, they're exploring like short tours. They're not going all the way across the country every single week. Maybe film like a month worth of stuff in like a region.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll do like maybe like New York, Boston, Philly, and then they'll go back to Full Sail for like a month, and then they'll do, I don't know, like Phoenix, Los Angeles, San Diego for a month. But they're not going to run them into the ground like the main roster.
Well,
I feel like we're losing quite a bit of... Are we good?
Yeah. We're good.
I was going to say, I feel like we're losing a bit of incentive for the network.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said. Like, what are we going to have? There's no reason to have the network now besides pay-per-views. And watching throwback pay-per-views of the better years.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like the original programming. I watch Ride Along. I watch Table for Three, Photo Shoot.
Okay.
So I watch that stuff.
the 365 series. And
I'm
the
still behind on that.
And the 24-hour series.
Still behind on that too.
They're very interesting. I definitely like the fact that they go inside inside depth look into what the wrestlers go through.
Mm-hmm.
But either within the year or within those 24 hours.
And they already I think they already discontinued Botch Club.
I didn't even know what that was.
It was the Good Brothers. They did Botchamania.
Oh, wow.
That's basically what it is. They did Botchamania.
Crazy.
You know, because WWE has no original ideas, so they just steal other people's stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, back to NXT. And of course, Vince McMahon is going to stick his nose into the business.
Like I was saying, like if Vince McMahon has his dirty paws on the product, it's not going to go anywhere. Like they got to keep Triple H 100% on duty as he's been to make sure everything goes smoothly, just like it has been. But congratulations to the guys on NXT. They really did everything they could. And
well, here's two articles that I ran across today. According to the Wrestling Observer, all NXT developmental deals are due to be changed to main roster contracts once NXT moves to USA.
wow.
With no specifics are known, the belief is that the top NXT stars will be given new contracts that are in line with main roster talent. As for NXT names who aren't quite as viewed as top players in the black and gold brand, their deals are expected to also be altered, but to a lesser degree. Initial NXT contracts are usually worth between $40,000 and $60,000 per year, and this of course is just part's not important. Top NXT stars can expect to make six figures.
All right.
The lower end of six figures.
They still ain't paying for your traveling fees.
Oh, of course not. No, absolutely not. But we can assume that's down the line because AEW's doing it. So
They're pushing it.
yeah. The other article I ran across today was backstage rumors. NXT takeover shows will be expanding in 2020.
What do you mean by expanding?
It is possible there could be a takeover every month.
Okay. What, they do it every other month?
Right now, yeah, I believe it's every other month. Originally, it started with 4 because they do it the same weekend as the big 4 pay-per-views: Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series.
Right.
Now I think they're up to every other month.
Yeah.
So, a source, this comes from WrestleVotes on Twitter. According to a source, states adding a. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. It's only 7. They said they go to 7. So they said only 7 next year. But I also saw another article that said they would go every month next year. So, but nonetheless, we fully expect them to do more takeovers.
Now, since they're gonna extend the show for 2 hours, like, isn't that gonna kill the brand right then and there?
Well, look at it this way from a production perspective. NXT on the network is an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
So an hour worth of TV time with commercials is 42 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
So 2 hours TV time with commercials is 84 minutes, which is an hour and 24 minutes. So essentially,
it's really not that much.
You're really only adding in 24 minutes of TV time. But now you have to do all the commercial kickers, rejoins. So you're losing even more time off of that extra 24 minutes. So let's say it's an extra 15 minutes. But you're also formatting it like you're formatting Raw and SmackDown. Mm-hmm. So that's where you lose the NXT brand because it's not now it's going to feel like Raw and SmackDown as opposed to something completely on its own.
I also saw on Instagram someone posted a picture of a gold Universal WWE title.
Hope that's fake.
Yeah. First of all, like, let's not kill it right where the title is. You know, the way the title right now is so prestigious and looks so good. There's no reason to change those titles. When did they present the new title?
Last year WrestleMania weekend. What that was Takeover New Orleans.
Yeah,
Takeover New Orleans.
If right then and there, if they changed the main title, then they might as well just scrap everything. Like, it's just gonna go down the drain, bro.
That's the thing. It's its own. Leave it as its own thing.
Yep. Don't change nothing about it, but put it on USA Network.
Even
having it on in arenas and all that stuff, it might feel different. It might not feel the same. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. They got to keep it in the Full Sail University. They got to keep it small and then use the big arenas for the pay-per-views.
Yeah, because then it would just cheapen the effect of the takeovers.
Yeah. Unless they're trying to get money hungry and
it's Vince McMahon.
Eventually, it's gonna be played out.
But the big thing is the creative has to stay the same, which if Vince McMahon gets involved, won't. Well, as far as the aesthetics with production and, you know, all of that, I can deal with that, but the creative has to stay the same. That's what really makes NXT, is the way Triple H does creative differently from everything else.
Actually, this week, Vince McMahon was not at Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
He had to attend some meetings to his
XFL
venture with XFL. He had to be there all day and on Monday and all day Tuesday. So they left Raw and SmackDown in charge with Triple H, Paul Heyman, and Kevin Dunn.
Kevin Dunn, yes.
So they ran those shows, and they didn't announce NXT moving to USA Network on Raw. They did it on SmackDown.
They did it on Twitter before SmackDown.
Yeah. So congratulations to those guys.
Announcements are on the flagship show, so that's surprising.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, actually, they were advertising big announcement on Raw that never happened.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, they lie as usual, but
Just baiting people to come back for the next day.
yeah. So, you want to jump into Raw?
Yeah. So this week on Raw, we kick things off with the big dog, as Michael Cole says, with a big smile. Yeah. So Roman Reigns defeats Dolph Ziggler, and he hits him with a big spear, bro. Big spear. Like I was pretty. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was a nice little segment. It wasn't much, but it was a nice start to the show.
Yeah. Ziggler interrupted Reigns to open the show and hit him with a surprise super kick. Roman Reigns was able to fight back with and win a competitive match with a spear. So that was the beginning of Raw. Kind of felt like they just keep like burying Ziggler. It's just I don't get it.
Well, that's what he's like the most glorified enhancement talent on the card at the moment.
Yeah.
Just the fall guy.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's literally just the fall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes all the falls, every L.
Yeah. Becky Lynch cut a backstage promo about Sasha Banks needing her to reignite her career, and how she gives Banks a reason to run home and cry. Remember back in the day when the Four Horsewomen were on NXT, and Becky Lynch was the last one to come up to the main roster?
Was she?
She was.
Charlotte? No, Bailey was the last one.
Sure?
Yeah, because remember PCB?
Oh, yeah.
So.
Awful days.
Yeah, PCB. So, yeah. Yeah, Bailey was the last one because she came up by herself. The other, Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte came up during that whole thing where it had all the trio teams.
Yeah.
So
right.
Because Bailey came up by herself.
Because Bailey had the championship.
Yeah, she said
last.
the title, yeah.
So I don't know if she was trying to hint at that.
Because didn't Bailey lose it to Asuka?
Yes.
And that's So Bailey was last.
Apparently Jerry Lawler was supposed to interview Sasha Banks on the King's Court, but was attacked with the mandible claw by the Fiend.
He wasn't attacked right away. The whole Bray Wyatt thing was happening. He was like, "Hey, I know what this is about. I'm getting out of here."
Yeah, he was smart enough to leave.
But he didn't get quite far away enough because he decided to stand on the stage.
He got caught.
And then got caught by the Fiend.
He got caught sleeping. That was pretty good. I think they sprinkled the Fiend perfectly at the right time, and I didn't even realize that I didn't think of it that he was gonna come out and attack Jerry Lawler. Like, now we gotta expect that. Like, every legend that goes out there is potentially gonna get attacked by the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. So that was pretty good. I didn't expect it. I definitely popped when I heard the cries and the lights flicker. So Ricochet and The Miz defeated Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. Mind you, also in the beginning, when the match just started, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the lights kept moving.
Oh yeah.
I forgot who came out last. I think it was.
I think Ricochet came out last, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Oh wait, maybe it was a Baron Corbin.
No, the
There were
heels,
red
the
lights.
heels came out first.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good match. The Miz pulled Ricochet out of the way, out of a charging Corbin, and Ricochet was able to hit the recoil, his one knee code breaker
It looks like
on the
shit.
win. It looks like crap.
It looks like crap.
How could Ricochet do something and make it look like crap?
It just doesn't look right.
He was the model for 2K16
Yeah,
of all the aerial moves,
yeah.
and he made everything look good.
For some reason, when he does it, it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
He's missing something when he does it.
And they actually added a Ricochet sound effect to the beginning of Ricochet's theme song. Did you notice that?
Did they?
Yeah, you hear like a bullet ricochet, like.
Oh yeah. You're right. I forgot about that.
They just trying to make him corny, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
But this was this match was a precursor to next week's King of the Ring matches because it's The Miz and McIntyre and Corbin Ricochet, I
Right.
think. Yeah. Moving on.
Oh, I just wanted to say also that they brought the guy up from the UK announcer. Victor.
Yeah. He replaced King because King was originally a commentator, so he
Right.
replaced King once King was attacked by
And
Fame.
he actually did a really, really good job.
Yeah, they have great commentators.
Yeah.
I don't know why they insist on running out Renee and Byron Saxton.
Yeah, it made a feel good moment like throughout the whole show. Like everything made sense that he said, all the points that he came. He was almost like a mini Michael Cole, but not too exaggerated.
I wouldn't say Michael Cole. Good Michael Cole. When Michael Cole was good. There was a time when Michael Cole was good.
That was what, in the 90s?
No, that was, I'd say like before his heel run that he did in like 2012.
Yeah.
Because once JR and King left and Cole took the main seat,
Yeah.
he was actually good for a good 4 or 5 years.
Yo, what's up, party dude?
What up?
Yeah, he's trying to call in. The United States Championship match, Braun Strowman defeated AJ Styles by disqualification. When the OC interfered, Seth Rollins made the save for Strowman, setting up Strowman and Rollins versus Luke Gallows and Kurt Angle later on that night.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a good match until they went in and destroyed everything.
Yeah, but that's what the OC does.
Like Braun Strowman and AJ Styles
Oh,
make a good match.
When he slapped him out of the air.
That's a really good picture.
Yeah, because I think he was going for the phenomenal forearm, and Braun just slapped him out the air.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that right now they're pushing Braun Strowman like hell.
He needs it.
And he's fucking worked hard for it. Like,
After,
Jesus.
After that run with Bobby Lashley, he needs it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not doing anything with Bobby either, but because even Bobby came out looking good, even though he lost, he came out of that feud looking good because it was just two brutes beating on each other every week.
Yeah, so the next matchup was the King of the Ring match. Samoa Joe defeated Cesaro. Just like we said, it was going to be a hard-hitting match. Joe won with a hard-hitting matchup by submission after countering the springboard European uppercut into the coquina clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing of beauty.
Yeah. So next week he's wrestling Drew McIntyre. No. No, he'll face the winner of Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet.
Yes.
So
that'll be 2 weeks from now. That match will take place.
So who do you think is gonna win that match? Ricochet or Drew McIntyre?
McIntyre. Let's be real.
Well, on my bracket, Ricochet is going all the way. King Ricochet.
Let's
Ricochet.
be real, McIntyre. Because like I said, McIntyre's in my finals.
Yeah.
I have him as he's one of my potential winners.
Okay.
Although I had Kevin Owens winning, so Kevin Owens is already out.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, if I have to pick a babyface from SmackDown to go against him, I don't know. Because my other winner would have been Andrade, but I don't see them doing heel in the finals.
Yeah.
So I guess I got to pick a babyface from Raw, which might have to be Ricochet then.
Yeah, I mean Ricochet.
Because Ricochet Andrade would be an amazing match.
It would be an amazing match. They probably do a match of the year.
Yeah, because Ricochet does a little lucha. Well, actually, he does
Ricky
a lot of lucha.
All lucha.
Yeah.
He does all the lucha moves.
Yeah.
What? So the next segment, Elias tried to give a farewell performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Ding. As he couldn't risk being out of the ring every week as the 24/7 champion.
The rules were suspended.
Yes, he was plagued by production issues and an out-of-tune guitar. So he ordered a production member to get into the ring and fix things. This was, of course, R-Truth in disguise. Truth tried to pin Elias several times and hit him with a guitar, but Elias was able to escape.
Mm-hmm.
So at this moment, Elias is the longest in days reigning champion.
And is he?
Yes, he is. This is counting
Really?
Monday is 8 days, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Maybe the most days in a row, but I'm pretty sure it's R-Truth total.
12 days. It was 2 weeks ago.
Let's go to Wikipedia.
Almost. You're going to pull that old wiki.
Yeah.
See if I'm right. I just botched it, maybe.
Let's see. Reigns.
So the next segment we had Rey Mysterio bearing his heart out backstage in an interview.
Yo, that was actually kind of sad.
Yeah, it was sad, of course. Rey Mysterio gave a heartfelt backstage interview about how injuries have caught up to him and that it's time for him to hang up the mask. He was interrupted and stopped by his son Dominic, who convinced him not to retire so he could one day be his partner, as he promised to make his father proud. His son is just overgrown. Like, his wife like 7 feet?
No, his wife's actually short like him.
Where did he grow? What is he eating? His vegetables?
It must be. Okay, the longest reigning NXT 24/7 championship was Drake Maverick. Leading, it was the week of. Let me scroll back.
You said the longest reigning?
The longest reigning is Drake Maverick.
How?
Drake Maverick had 14 days. When he won it on July 1st. He won it on July 1st, and he lost it on July 15th.
So how many days Elias has to say it there?
Elias, right now, let's scroll to the bottom, 10 days.
10 days as of today?
Today. And that's 10 total days. Because the first two times he won it were both for less than a day.
So if he has it past this SmackDown, then he will be the longest reigning.
Yes.
Well, we'll see. Do you think he's going to lose it by Tuesday?
I think he loses on Raw, comes up a day short.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. But
Hilarious.
R-Truth is the most total days at 55.
Yeah, because he's had it like how many times?
12.
Oh, my God.
And Drake Maverick is a 4-time champion for 15 days. Elias, a 3-time champion for 10 days. Maria Kanellis, a 1-time champion for 6 days.
1-time pregnant champion.
Yes, 1-time pregnant champion. And then Jinder Mahal twice for less than a day. Mike Kanellis twice for less than a day. And everybody else is less than a day, which is Lundra Brace, Candice Michelle, Cedric Alexander, EC3, Joe Briscoe, Heath Slater, Kelly, Pat Patterson, The Revival together, because remember they both got the pin. Robert Roode, Ted DiBiase, and our inaugural champion, Titus O'Neil.
Poor Titus. Hoorah, hoorah. Where has he been? Worldwide. So the next match that we had on Raw, The New Day, Xavier Woods and Big E defeated The Revival by disqualification when Randy Orton hit Big E with an RKO.
Match. That was another vicious match.
They were going all out, man. Kofi Kingston made the save, but was hit with an RKO as well. Orton made Kingston watch while The Revival injured Woods' leg. Orton and The Revival then posed on the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, so technically, Xavier Woods is injured. So Kofi Kingston has to have 2 matches.
Yeah.
he has to defend the tag team titles
Mm-hmm.
and have his world heavyweight
WWE champion,
championship. Yep. So see which one he decides to lose. I feel like Kofi Kingston is gonna turn heel on them.
I hope not.
Oh yeah, I hope not.
Like I have that feeling. Like he's been going rampant like lately, like doing a lot of heel things.
I keep feeling like they would do it with Big E.
That's what should happen. Big E should have a kind of like a jealous run.
It's like
going against
I'm
Kofi
carrying
Kingston.
the both of yous.
Yeah. So we'll see. The next matchup was the women's tag team championship match. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeating Fire and Desire.
Sex and violence. I like sex and violence better.
That sounds pretty good.
That's what they call about culture.
Oh.
Yeah.
It kills me when Miss Violence comes out and does those shadow punches.
They look so bad when she does it.
It looks like something you see in like Street Fighter, like just before they're about to start fighting.
Yeah.
It looks hilarious. I like that.
That match was skippable.
Oh, I don't even remember it. I went to
Yeah,
get something to
exactly.
eat.
Yeah.
So we finally get the first King of the Ring match with Cedric Alexander defeating Sami Zayn.
Because Sami Zayn always loses. That's what he does.
Maybe he should go back to NXT.
Hey, I wouldn't be against it.
Like he
At
just
this
gets.
point, it wouldn't be a punishment.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Although, in my opinion, it wasn't a punishment before because he actually getting more screen time.
Dude.
Look at Tyler Breeze.
Vince McMahon does everything he can to not let the crowd cheer for Sami Zayn. It's like they're burying him on purpose.
And the greatest thing he did.
Oh my God. Are they gonna bring back El Generico?
No.
Oh, sorry. I wish.
And the greatest thing that he's done since being back from injury, they won't do it again.
What was that?
The electric chair segment.
Oh yeah.
That was gold.
I'm telling you,
That was gold.
AEW, they don't want anybody bringing it up.
The AEW
That's
stuff.
all it's gonna be.
That
Yeah.
was such a money
Yeah, they can't
segment.
go back to that. Sami Zayn fucked it up.
Yeah, because that came right off the rip. First.
Yeah, oh.
Oh yeah.
But the crowd popped. That's what you want.
Yeah, they popped.
The crowd
didn't want
popped.
them to pop
that
for
was
that,
on
though.
Twitter for like 3-4 days. When
Nah, man, that was a
See,
huge hit
you-
to Vince's ego.
when you get yourself over, there's no use. You're not allowed to get yourself over anymore.
Nope. Never that.
First thing they tell you when you get onto the main roster, don't get yourself over. They will kill you.
Yeah, if you're not supposed to be over,
Follow our guidelines.
Yep.
And ours alone.
So Alexander won with a lumbar check. Alexander moves on to round 2 to face the winner of next week's match with Baron Corbin versus The Miz. The Miz is going over.
Say, who do we want to see more?
Actually, that's a toss-up match because neither one of them are going anywhere in the tournament.
It's
so
funny. I feel like they're really gonna give Corbin the king
You
of
think
the
they're
ring.
gonna give him a run?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't see it.
no, they're backstage. I believe they're done with Corbin because the Constable thing, terrible ratings.
They need
putting him against Rollins for 3 pay-per-views in a row, terrible ratings. So I think they're done with the Corbin experiment
Oh yeah.
for now.
Yeah, that's true. King Corbin just rolls down the tongue nice though.
It does sound good.
But
I
King
just don't wanna
Ricochet.
see it.
King Ricochet.
Which
sounds
was already
better.
a thing.
Well, yes, bring it back. Sasha Banks attacked Natalia
You forgot the Street Profits.
backstage.
The Street Profits.
Oh, go ahead. You could,
They were just backstage, commentating on the King of the Ring,
right.
and I think they picked. Did they pick? I think they picked Ricochet to win.
Yeah, that's the smart
Yeah,
move.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they picked Ricochet to
Yeah,
win.
King Ricochet.
And now Sasha and
Oh, they also mentioned why don't they have a tag team King of the Ring?
Oh, yeah.
Kings
yeah,
of the
Kings
Ring,
of the Ring. Yeah,
which is not a bad idea. Even though that's what's that on NXT?
the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Tournament.
Yeah,
Essentially.
it's pretty much that's what it is. But that's not a bad idea. Kings of the Ring. But
Well,
it's gonna take so long. They should have started that like 2 weeks ago already.
what they should have done was, well, I think they might be doing it. Queen of the Ring for Evolution 2.
Nice.
I think they.
Do they even have enough tag teams to do a Kings of the Ring?
Yeah.
Feels watered down.
No, the problem is none of them are on TV. It's the same four teams on. Actually the Usos haven't been on TV in a while, but it's the Usos, the New Day, the Revival, the OC, which has finally got back on TV after forever, and Heavy Machinery. Who else is on TV? And actually, Heavy Machinery's not even on TV that much anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah, it's the same 4 or 5 teams on TV every week.
Damn.
The Viking Raiders are still beating jobbers, and it's not helping them.
So the main event of the evening, the Raw Tag Team Championship match, Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman defeats the OC.
The original club. The only club that matters.
So I was surprised that they won. I couldn't believe it.
This makes Seth Rollins a 3-time double champion.
Uh-huh.
I didn't do my research. I don't know. I think Shawn Michaels might have been a 3-time double champion as well.
Yeah.
And The Miz, I believe, are all 3-time double champions.
AJ Styles interfered throughout the match. Strowman hit a powerful power slam to Carl Anderson.
Yeah.
Rollins hit the stomp on Styles to keep him from coming into the ring.
Yes, he was trying to slide in to break up the pin, and then he curb stomped.
And Strowman and Rollins are now the new tag team champions. Poor Gallows and Anderson. Like, you could tell they knew they were defeated mid-show.
Now, we're still 3 weeks away from the pay-per-view?
Yeah,
The Clash of Champions?
Clash of Champions.
Now, does this set up a double booking for Strowman and Rollins?
Of course, it should be.
Now, when I say a double booking,
Strowman against
Strowman and Rollins defending the tag titles against the OC
and then having a matchup against each other.
for the Universal Championship.
God damn.
That's great booking.
That's good booking. What's gonna happen first? The tag match.
Yeah, the tag match. Obviously, they
They're gonna
lose.
retain?
They lose.
Because they're gonna be bickering with each other.
Yeah, because I feel like you got to give the belts back to the OC.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's just foreshadowing for their title match.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
That's solid. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was Raw.
That was the first thing I thought of after that match ended. It was like, oh, they should really double book them.
I didn't even fall asleep this week on Raw.
No, neither did I.
It was actually pretty good. I think it's because we had a great announce team.
Yeah, 'cause, I'm sorry, but Renee gets in the way.
Renee.
It's like Michael Cole and Graves are having a conversation, and then Renee just having her own conversation by herself.
I'd rather have Renee than David Otunga.
No, I still rather have Otunga.
Speaking of David Otunga, SmackDown Live.
What a segue!
What a segue. I think you got to put your mic up a little bit more.
Oh, we
Oh.
did?
Wait, what?
Oh no, we talked about it. Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't that big.
When Sasha Banks attacking Natalia backstage.
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
She really owed.
Yeah, she
OD'd.
mollywopped her, but it was just basically a beatdown.
So she went backstage, attacked Natalia after Natalia was pouring her heart out, saying that this is the anniversary of her dad's passing. She was all heel, and then out of nowhere, she's turned babyface. They just can't let her live. I don't get it.
I wouldn't say she turned babyface. That was more like condescending than anything else. Why does Natalia look so fat there?
Yeah, she does. Really fat. So Sasha Banks was telling her to go to hell, and to her dad, she said hi.
Oh shit!
I don't like that they're going down that route, and I mean, yeah, they got to push Sasha Banks somehow, but have her attack Becky Lynch sometimes.
No, it's because Brett screwed Brett.
Brett screwed Brett.
But to kick off SmackDown, Mr. One Randall Keith Orton came out, cut a promo on Kofi, and Kofi didn't like it too much.
Because Kofi's stupid.
So Kofi, out of nowhere, Trouble in Paradise, out of nowhere.
For real, though.
And yeah, that was a nice little opening segment.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, you clearly, they gave Randy Orton a garbage promo because other than the stupid, the promo itself was complete garbage.
Yeah.
But his delivery, because he's one of the greatest to do it, his delivery on the promo was amazing.
Oh, of course.
And that was followed up by Andrade Cien Almas. He's got to get his whole...
Wait, hold on. You're missing something.
What did I skip?
Backstage, Kevin Owens asked Shane McMahon to reconsider his $100,000 fine from last week because he attacked referee Elias.
Yes, the segment I had the biggest problem with that night.
Of course, because let me ask you this. Go ahead. You ask me that. You know what I'm about to ask.
Why is your Stone Cold character backstage begging?
Would Stone Cold beg to not get charged $100,000 fine? Stone Cold wouldn't give a damn. He said, "Charge."
No.
He wouldn't care.
What?
He said, I'm still gonna stomp a mud hole. And what? Give me a beer.
What?
Give me 2 beers.
What?
A shot of margarita.
What?
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if they're pushing Kevin Owens to be
Just
Stone
a
Cold Steve
badass.
Austin, badass. A badass doesn't ask to reconsider a fine.
It's not, I need it for my family, my kids, my wife, our house. No! That has nothing to do with what he's trying to do right now.
So
he just comes in, he kicks ass, he leaves.
My question, your question, everyone's question, is Kevin Owens' badass push killed?
Yes. With that alone, yes. I'm sorry.
What a sham.
This what they're doing with him right now lost all credibility because of that one segment. It was horrible.
So,
absolutely horrible.
The whole rivalry, him and Shane, in the garbage.
Now, I'm fine with the fact that they want to extend the rivalry to another pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But it's got to be Shane just piling on and piling on and piling on to the point that Kevin Owens can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And the next match, he just destroys him. That's what it had to be. He can't go in there begging. It's like, my family, it's $100,000. That's a lot. It's like, no.
It really made me feel bad for Kevin Owens.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be a sympathy babyface. That's Kofi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kofi's the one that did the badass thing that night.
They should have charged Kofi $100,000 for something random.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kofi's the sympathy babyface, not Kevin Owens.
Like before he even won the title, they should have done that.
But
just
now,
like you were saying,
Andrade Cien Almas,
the King of Ring tournament, the second match of
and
the King of Ring
before we get into that, what did I text you? Selena Vega was looking tasty.
Oh yeah,
she was looking so tasty. No, I didn't get a picture of her.
Yeah, she was looking like she just came. She just came out of getting butt raped.
Yo, yeah, it looked like Aleister Black just laid down some pipe backstage.
She was wearing all lingerie.
Because all she was wearing was a lingerie and a men's suit jacket.
Listen, you could call me a pervert.
It wasn't a woman's suit jacket. It was just because it was oversized. It was a men's suit jacket, and she had on a bra and like some boy shorts underneath. Some lace boy shorts.
You could call me a pervert all you want, but when
she was looking tasty.
When she raised Andrade's hand, I thought I saw a nip slip.
Nah.
It was just my eyes.
Yeah, it was just
deceiving me.
Yeah.
So Andrade.
We can hope, but yeah. but anyway, it was a good match.
I could dream.
It was a good match.
Andrade defeats Apollo Crews. Andrade pins Apollo Crews after a distraction from Zelina Vega, allowing him to hit the hammerlock DDT. It was a pretty good match, and I was surprised that Apollo Crews and Andrade mashed up well together because not for nothing, there hasn't been a matchup with Apollo Crews with someone that's been making him look good, and this is the match that did it. So, I mean, Apollo Crews lost, but at least we get to see him face someone different.
Mm-hmm.
So, backstage, Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan walked
a masked man
with a hoodied figure into an empty room and told him not to move. And apparently that was their secret. They keep extending every week.
Mm-hmm.
Drake Maverick tried to attack Elias, but Elias had a note suspending the 24/7 rule for the evening so that way he could focus on his King of the Ring matchup against Kevin Owens. And that was pretty entertaining. if you ask me. We had Drake Maverick hiding in one of the storage containers.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. And the referee hiding with a hoodie as well.
Yeah.
So, Alexa Bliss hosted a Moment of Bliss with Nikki Cross and Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair was looking thick
Yeah.
for some odd reason.
Well, she's got a Latino boyfriend, obviously.
she's
eating
a lot
that.
of work done too.
Huh?
She's had a lot of work done.
on her face. I don't think she hasn't done anything that low on her body.
She's eating that.
No, it seems like she might be starting.
You know what it is? She's eating that arroz con pollo.
Yeah.
You know, that bichuela.
And she's getting that chimichanga on a regular.
With the penne.
And that carne asada.
Yes.
I really like carne asada, by the way.
It's all right.
Yeah.
So they set up the Flair said that she's set to face the SmackDown. She said that the SmackDown title is irrelevant, and Bayley came out, confronted her. Flair made a challenge to the belt at Clash of Champions. Bayley accepted and pushed the shit out of her to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And she almost hit her face on one of the.
Yeah, I don't think that was planned to go that way.
She really shoved the shit out of her.
Yeah,
and
she
she was
did.
on a high chair.
Yeah.
Really made Charlotte look like the baby face in that segment. So I don't know how they're gonna be pushing Charlotte Flair and Bayley, but I
As long as the match is good.
they can't.
That's all I really care about with those
all right,
two.
what they need to not do is have a match before the pay-per-view. Because
Yeah, that too.
it just gets boring. By the time the pay-per-view hits, we didn't seen them had a tag match. We didn't seen them had a match and possibly got counted out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They never have a real good match until, the pay-per-view, but they always ruin it before the lead up to it. So if they keep them apart, keep them separate, I don't even want to see them have promos together, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Like, I really don't even want Bayley as the champion. I don't want Charlotte as the champion either.
Well, I'm okay with Bayley as champion. It's the usual. The build with the babyface is good, and once the babyface is champion, they don't know what to do with him.
I feel like Bayley is not babyface though anymore. She's kind of like in the middle.
It's an edgier Bayley, but still, she's the good girl, good guy.
Like I said before,
phrase it. I'm
a smiley Kylie Ray kind of guy. But I haven't seen so many smiley Kylie Ray matches, so we never know. We'll see. So this week, non-stop pop. I want to hear chops. I want to see spots, and for damn sure want to pop. This week, non-stop pop goes to Daniel Bryan and Buddy Murphy. So congratulations to them. Buddy Murphy pinned Bryan after hitting the Murphy's Law. Buddy Murphy has a new entrance.
Yes, he does.
It is beautiful. Daniel Bryan.
Although I did like the old one.
Daniel Bryan had cut the dopest promo before the match, I just got to say.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan was biting Buddy Murphy in the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, yeah, he was like, he legit had him on the corner and started biting him on the shoulder. So that built a lot of drama for the match. Also, shout out to Daniel Bryan with them chain of combination of holds that he had on Buddy Murphy. He hit him with the Rings of Saturn.
Yeah.
The label lock.
Yeah.
There was another hold. I just totally forgot what it was.
What was the other one? I think it was a straight up crossface.
Oh, yeah. Right. It was the crossface.
Yeah,
Isn't
there
that
was-
what the label lock is with the arms, both arms back?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's the Rings of Saturn.
Oh.
It's a crossface with double arms pulled back. Label lock is one arm between the legs, crossface, and then he just did a straight up crossface with where his arms were free.
It was a sick match, man. A
Yeah.
lot of good spots.
Again, that was another hard hitting match too. 'cause
It was good.
They both have really good strikes.
Daniel Bryan with the suplex off the top of the rope.
Oh yeah, the backdrop suplex.
Oh, yeah. So shout out to Daniel Bryan and Buddy Murphy with the non-stop pop of the week.
Non-stop pop. Non-stop pop.
Final thoughts. This is a perfect push for Buddy Murphy. There was some great storytelling in this match. Rowan sold the hell out of that pin when Bryan had his leg on the rope, telling the referee, come on, look what, stop counting. But hopefully, Buddy Murphy's push that was born from the great storyline of Roman Reigns, who done it, doesn't get lost in the sauce like Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, where is he? Where is he?
Who knows? He's probably...
Because he had a little thing going with Joe there for a minute, and then that disappeared too.
Wasn't he supposed to, have a rivalry with Shinsuke Nakamura?
Yeah, you're right.
What happened with that?
Nakamura hasn't been on TV until this week.
They're giving it to The Miz now. The Miz is going to take the Intercontinental Championship again.
I'm not mad at it, but...
I mean, maybe not, because Sami Zayn is going to be his quote-unquote manager. Because Nakamura doesn't have to speak English. And it takes him too much energy to articulate.
Good thing you brought that up. They're doing this whole thing where Nakamura doesn't have to speak English.
Yeah.
Andrade won't get a push because he can't speak English.
Oh, my God.
You haven't heard that story?
No, I heard.
Vince told Andrade, you learn English, I'll push you to the moon. Meanwhile, he has a manager to speak for him, but they won't let her do it.
Dog, Andrade had so many great matches.
Yes.
I don't understand why he's not holding the United States Championship.
Because he doesn't speak English. But meanwhile, first of all, Nakamura can speak English. Just his character, they don't let him speak good English.
Yeah.
Because if you watch him when he's on Up, Up, Down, Down, he speaks perfectly good English.
So in this segment, The Miz welcomed Sami Zayn out for a Miz TV. Zayn said there are many people who need his help on SmackDown. And of course, The Miz is like, well, who needs a guy that's been losing like three months straight? So he brought out Shinsuke Nakamura. Sami Zayn said he will be the spokesman for Nakamura, and the Intercontinental Champion attacked The Miz.
Yep.
So now they're moving Nakamura and The Miz, which I feel like this is a feud that they had last year.
Did they?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't think so. I don't recall it.
I feel like they had so many matches already. Like, I don't know. Well, maybe it's just because I think The Miz doesn't need to have another Intercontinental Championship reign. Not just yet. Like, he's fine doing his own thing right now.
I'm fine because he's a babyface now.
Yeah.
Because that string of 5-6 Intercontinental wins were all heel runs.
Yeah.
Okay, where he beat every member of the Shield, and who else? Who else was it? All the members of the Shield, and I forgot who else was involved in it. Oh, AJ Styles. So he beat some good people in that run. What was the next segment?
All right. Shane McMahon called Kevin Owens back into his office and requested an apology. Owens apologized to McMahon and said he'd consider lifting the fine. McMahon said if he ever puts his hands on a WWE official again, he'll be fired on the spot. Which segued the match, the third match of the King of the Ring tournament. Elias defeating Kevin Owens. Shane McMahon came down to the ringside and revealed himself wearing a referee shirt. When Elias rolled up Owens, the McMahon made a quick 3 count.
The quickest 3 count.
Yeah, that was the quickest.
So like Elias did at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
The quick 3 count.
So I don't know. It's how are they gonna stop Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens, the other guys that are in the tournament?
Well, I feel like they specifically did this to screw Kevin. I feel like Elias's next match, Shane won't be involved, or Kevin Owens will come out to screw Elias. It's one way or the other. Either Shane just won't be involved at all and Elias will lose clean.
Yeah.
Or Shane will attempt to get involved.
Yeah.
and Kevin will just end up screwing the match. It's one way or the other.
I really wanted to see Kevin Owens
Yeah, I really did too.
wrestle a couple more times than that. So after that match, Daniel Bryan revealed the supposed attacker of Roman Reigns as SmackDown went off air.
To me, this kind of hurts the storyline, but it was a good laugh. For the it was a good laugh.
It's funny because he looks like an older version of Eric Rowan.
It looks yes.
Is this Eric Rowan's father?
The first thing I thought about is like, is that his legit brother? If they come out and say that's his legit brother, I believe it.
They look exactly the same. Look at Daniel Bryan's face. He's like, "Are you serious?"
And Daniel Bryan just looks like their nephew or something.
Oh man! Imagine he's a wrestler. That guy too.
That would be funny.
Do a faction.
Yeah. Because it doesn't make any sense that this random bearded person that looks like Rowan would try to attack Roman Reigns. Oh, other breaking news today. It's Eric Rowan again. They gave him his first name back.
They did?
Yeah.
Since when?
Today.
How?
They gave him his name back.
They screwed up on social media?
No.
They put it on the app?
Yeah, on the app. They give him his name back.
You know what that means? He's going to have a singles run. He's officially Eric Rowan again.
Officially Eric Rowan again.
Why? What kind of difference does it make? Who has to think about shit like this so hard?
Well, can we get Andrade his name back?
Cien Almas.
But the thing is with Andrade, it meant something. It just wasn't randomly a last name. It's, what is it, Andrade King of 1,000 Souls or something?
Yeah.
Or Master of 1,000 Souls?
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Or excuse me, 100 Souls. Like, it actually meant something.
I don't know.
Like, well, I'm fine with Ali.
So final thought on SmackDown. It automatically gets a thumbs down just because David Otunga was on the show.
Oh, come on. See, I don't, to me, Otunga's not bad. It's just, he disappears for like 10 minutes at a time, which I'm fine with.
Quote unquote, he brings the style on the show. Oh, boy.
Because to me, Renee's annoying. Byron Saxton is just stupid. Otunga's, he has a habit of disappearing.
You got to have that stupidness.
You won't hear him for like 10 minutes, but then his voice will pop up. And I'm fine with that because he knows he's not good and he doesn't get in the way.
If you would make, let's just say, a team of 2 announcers, because that always works.
2?
Who would it be for SmackDown and Raw? They can't be the same show.
Basically, it's just take off Renee and Byron Saxton, Graves and Cole, Graves and Todd Phillips.
Graves and Cole on Raw.
And Graves and Todd Phillips.
No Graves again.
Oh, I can't use Graves
again? I'm
again?
getting tired of Graves. I'll say you got to put that Victor guy. Victor and Todd Phillips for SmackDown.
Well, if that's the case, I want Todd Phillips and Graves for SmackDown. I want Nigel McGuinness and Cole for Raw.
Okay. Nigel McGuinness did a pretty good job. Wasn't he on Raw like 3 weeks ago?
I think so, yeah. I like Nigel.
Oh, so what's the guy's? Ronaldo,
oh yeah.
So if they're gonna be like traveling again, he's actually gonna be in the same boat he was when he first started in SmackDown, when he couldn't do the traveling.
Well, it was a combination of the travel and JBL. He said he wasn't against the travel. It was just he couldn't deal with the stress plus the traveling.
Did you see the ESPN documentary on Mauro Ranallo?
Did I? I know it happened. I might have caught clips of it, but I don't 100% recall.
Watch it. It's an amazing documentary. Mauro Ranallo is an amazing man. He's been through a lot. Started out his big break doing independent wrestling shows as a kid. Mm-hmm. Eventually getting a big break in New Japan, and finally doing some UFC, like MMA work. I don't know if it's UFC, but it was some MMA announcing. Oh, it was UFC. And they finally picked him up for SmackDown on WWE. So It's a good documentary. Check it out. You can catch it on YouTube. It's just search the ESPN Mauro Ranallo documentary. You have any AEW news?
In other AEW news, they've announced 2 more TV tapings. It would be Wednesday, October 23rd in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Featuring Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, and Britt Baker. Will definitely be on that episode.
Dr. Britt Baker.
Dr. Britt Baker. And the following week would be Wednesday, October 30th in Charleston, West Virginia. Featuring Chris Jericho, Cody, and Jon Moxley. Pending injury because he's out of All Out.
He is.
Yes. Which totally confused me because I saw that maybe like 2 hours ago.
Oh, look. He has tweeted. It says, I'm absolutely gutted to have to deliver this news, but I'd rather it come out directly from me. In a nightmare scenario, a serious case of MRSA has returned to my elbow.
Oh, yeah, staph infection. That's what that is, MRSA. Staph infection.
So the timing couldn't be worse. In this circumstance, I am forced to pull out of the fight in 831 versus Omega and All Out. So in the beginning of the day, like you said, they announced.
Because for the whole time, basically since Double or Nothing, they've been pushing Moxley Omega because Moxley came out to attack Omega after the match.
Yeah. So apparently, who's going to be his replacement?
Pac.
So,
AKA Neville. The man that created forgot.
The man that created forgot.
He popped.
Like, you can't say the man that gravity forgot anymore because
the man that created forgot.
Yeah.
Because he was cleared after that injury for the longest.
That sucks. I don't understand. Oh man. You know what they should have done? Not said anything and have him announce that he's not going to be at the match and still have the match go on and say that they're going to count him out. And instead of counting him out, we have Pac show up, and that's how he shows up on the show. Like, why do they fuck that up? Like,
or this could have been the CM Punk debut. Mystery opponent.
No way.
Could have been.
The Pac is a swerve.
Speaking of CM Punk, allegedly CM Punk's agent contacted Fox Sports in an attempt to see if there's interest for CM Punk to host the talk show for WWE. But here's the thing.
What do you mean talk show?
There's going to be you know how like they have like just random talk shows on Fox Sports for various like NFL Tonight, yada yada yada, NBA Zone or whatever.
Yeah.
There's going to be a WWE version of that.
Oh God.
But it's run by Fox Sports. WWE is not controlling that show.
Really?
Yes.
This is going to be good.
But that's the thing. Possibly Punk's agent is just trolling.
Oh.
Because you know how... Because remember when AEW texted Punk and then Punk was like, oh, that's unprofessional? Mm-hmm. So then Cody replied, oh, you know what? Punk might actually end up back in WWE.
Yeah.
Maybe Punk's agent is trolling.
They all troll.
It's all a work.
It's all a work.
It's all a work.
He's going to end up on the first episode of AEW.
Moxley's coming back to WWE 2020. It's a work.
Still a work. Always a work.
Still a work.
Moxley is a work confirmed.
And Roman going to AEW 2024 when his contract expires.
No way.
Yeah, because he resigned a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because they still haven't said how many years, but we're just going to assume it's 5 because that's what they're giving everybody now.
I thought I read 5 years.
I don't know. The article I said possibly 5 because it was like the day it happened. So I didn't follow up on that. But we're just assuming it's 5 because they're giving everybody 5 years, except for the Undertaker. I think signed a lifetime contract.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of the Undertaker, they're still trying to do Undertaker Sting for Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
Drop it.
Yeah, they're throwing all kinds of money at Sting, trying to get him to come back.
Just let the man enjoy his fucking
again
life.
It's something I wanted to see at WrestleMania 31 where they were in the same building at the same time, but instead you did Triple H, Sting, and Undertaker Bray Wyatt, and both of those matches did nothing for nobody. You buried everybody in both of those matches.
Crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great week in wrestling. Thank you for joining us on the Ultra Heels podcast.
And next week we will have an all-out preview
Of their first show?
All Out's next Saturday.
Oh, is that the pay-per-view?
Yeah, All Out's next Saturday.
Wow.
So we'll have a preview for next week.
I got some work to do. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us at the podcast.
Thank you, Lord Zed, for joining us as usual.
I am X-Man Dams, not Sham or Scam.
I'm Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always on his worst behavior.
And join us next week. Thank you.
I'll have more White Castle potentially.
He didn't share.